shirt, guy in the same shirt, same shirt, same shirt. Monday morning, mirror staring back at me. Blue cotton comfort, consistent certainty. Closet full of choices, but I choose the same. Simple satisfaction never.
What's going on, everybody? Let me bring the music down. Let's pause that here. We've got a big story, developing story to share with you guys today. So I'm going to make a quick video, and I'll have a question at the end for you guys. So I'd love to see the comments rolling through. But let's set the scene really quick. It's nighttime in Washington, D.C., and you're walking through the city after getting a late night snack, and suddenly a carjacking takes place just a block away from where you are. Stories like this are part of a growing concern of crime in the nation's capital here in America. And what's happened recently is the executive branch, with the power of the president, has stepped in, requesting National Guard troops to assist local police in patrolling the streets of D.C. So the goal of this is pretty clear, right? It's safer communities, fewer violent incidents. Supporters argue it's a necessary move. They say that the Guard can provide extra manpower, when police are lacking, and give visibility and help deter crime. And early signals are pointing to that has been happening. Obviously the general public, and I've got some B-roll back here, so let me mute that. General public, mixed reactions, right? Some people say they love it, some people say they hate it. But critics say, this is a broad government overreach, saying the federal government shouldn't be involved like this with local districts. However, DC is not a state, right? It's its own kind of entity, and being that it is the nation's capital, you can kind of see here some of the stuff going on. It's just crazy people out here, right? These guys are just out here doing their job. Whether it's police or National Guardsmen, they shouldn't be treated like this. And so, it's just about respect, I feel like. The critics, however, they question whether involving the military and civilian law enforcement sends the wrong message or risks blurring kind of important lines. So what's really at stake here? On one side, it's the promise of safer streets, and on the other, it's the question of how far the federal government, should go in protecting the Capitol. And that's kind of what I wanted to get into. So I'll leave it there. I don't want to get too much of my own personal opinions involved, trying to stay as neutral as possible and just present the facts. So the executive branch, like that said, expressed 30 days of National Guard assistance in policing the streets of Washington, D.C. But what do you guys think? Is this a smart step toward protecting public? And is this something that could be potentially used as a model for other cities with high crime? Places like New Orleans, St. Louis, Detroit. Obviously they have their own statistics on crime, but we know DC is 3 times higher than the national average in terms of violent crimes committed against people. So I think if this is going towards safer, maybe it's effective, maybe it's not. But tell me what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'd love to read through them. And if you have any questions, I'd love to be able to do some more research and provide some additional information. But that's it. I'm the Same Shirt Guy. Appreciate you guys checking out the channel. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll be back again next time. Bye-bye for now.
Same shirt guy, same shirt, wearing it with pride. Same shirt, comfort I can hide. Same shirt, never gonna change. Same shirt, love the simple